Hello, everyone.
Catching me blowing my nose again. Hello.
Usual state of affairs.
How are we all? Welcome to our regular Sunday chat.
Natter. I don't know what.
We ain't got a name for it.
Sunday chat. Sunday live.
I'm going to turn this heater off because my legs are burning. So yeah, welcome all. If you're new to the channel, I'm Nick. This is my wife.
Andrea.
And we are resellers. We buy stuff and we sell it on eBay and on Amazon. That's how we earn a living. We do this full time. We have been full-time self-employed, reselling in one form or another for, I always forget, 16 years?
17 now.
17.
Yeah.
And the YouTube channel you are watching is all about what we get up to. We share how we earn a living and the adventures we get up to along the way.
Adventures in reselling.
Yes. So if you're watching live, welcome. There is a live side chat as ever. I can see comments flooding in, scrolling away. I'm just going to scroll back. First in was Lucy. Do you want to say a few hellos?
Yep. Hi, Peter. Hi, Adrian. Robin. Chris. Alma. Margaret. And Marilyn's. Marilyn S. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us.
Yes. Okay. I'm going to scroll to the end. We'll try and keep up with the chat because you may have seen by the title, we need questions and concerns and things because kind of exciting news, but we're going to get onto that in a second. Let me get to the end of the chat. First off, I need to say hi to Chris. I think it's a different Chris that you just said hello to. Chris Cords, I think it is. He was selling off some stock and I ended up doing a deal with him and bought a load of stuff off him. But because he follows our channel, he wanted to chuck in a freebie. And I'm not quite sure what we're going to do with these, but they're cool.
Yeah.
He also added in 2 Toys R Us t-shirts.
Yeah.
They're official, like, staff wear. I don't know where Chris got these from, but we've got one each.
They're kind of cool because, I mean, obviously Toys R Us don't exist anymore, so...
No, I was quite sad about that. I've been a customer of Toys R Us for many years, so thanks for the bonus little gift. We're not quite sure what we're going to do. Might keep them sealed like that.
Yeah, I mean,
as collectibles of the future.
Collectibles of the future.
So if you're watching, Chris, thanks for sending that stuff over. I really appreciate that, and the freebies. Secondly, I bought myself a little pre-Christmas prezi. This is a GoPro. I did mention last week.
Sorry, I just read the message that we had, like a little troll message, and it said what? It had a typo and it said, "Your wife is a striper."
My wife is a striper.
I'm a striper.
What were they meant to be saying? That you're a stripper?
No, I'm a striper.
Yeah, but if that's a typo, what was...
No, I know.
Oh.
You don't have to point it out. It just made me laugh. Everyone knows,
but that's a dark... What's that?
Everybody knows what it was meant to say. It just made me laugh.
I did say, going back to this, I did say last week that I wanted to get hold of a GoPro. And somebody said they were going to message you. I don't know if they did, because they had one. Do you remember? But anyway, I bought one.
Did they? No, I think I said that I saw somebody had one and I was going to message them. Oh. But I didn't in the end because you were searching for one.
Anyway, so I'm going to get myself a little harness for this. So it'll make it a lot easier.
Or was it Julie in the chat?
Well, that's what I thought. Someone said I'll send Andrea a message.
Oh, if you did, then I didn't get that.
Anyway, it's all sorted now. Anyway. So yeah, this might make it easier when we're doing like those vlogs where we're doing yard sale trails or going around the boot sales. I won't have to hold my phone and not be able to rummage. You'll be able to see us actually rummaging. Yeah,
and he's going to borrow Zahir's crotch cam as well. The guy who says crotch cam.
Crotch cam. I'm not sure they make a crotch cam. Maybe Zahir has patented it.
I think he might have done.
I'm going to get a chest cam. I follow a couple of channels. Well, Steve and Steph use a similar camera, I think.
Steve said, I think Lex is seeing a striper tonight.
Maybe. Yeah, Lex is in Amsterdam, isn't it? I think she's having a whale of a time. Anyway, so I'm going to try this out soon. I've got myself a memory card to go with it. Just need to get a crotch cam to do some dodgy filming. So, was that all points?
Yeah, there's been some questions already, so I might have to scroll back soon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The other thing, we went to cinema today, and I'll be honest, I was disappointed.
We went to see Fantastic Beasts: Crimes of Grindelwald. If anyone's wondering what he was disappointed about.
It was the most overblown, complicated film ever.
Well, I'm kind of in the middle. Ellen absolutely loved it. She lived for every moment of it, and loved the fact that there was so much explanation and everything. I think as a Harry Potter fan, you definitely you love all that backstory, but I did find it was difficult to follow at times because there was so much information being packed into one film.
Well, I think you pegged it. The film is setting up the next 2 or 3 films.
It definitely is.
So it's all backstory of all these characters, and you're just like, what is going on?
It's like, just... whoa, you need to watch it like twice just to take it all in again.
Yeah.
Because there's so much explanation of who is who and how that relates to, you know, what happened with the Harry Potter stories and all of that. And
yeah. Well, Peter says there, nice effects, no story. That's what the review said. Yeah. Well, they crammed too many bits of stories in.
Well, it wasn't. It was setting up the story. So the story hasn't really begun yet. So it was like 2 hours, 10 minutes or whatever it was.
Yeah, of teasers about, this character and that character.
Setting up a story. So there was no story yet.
Yeah.
The next one will be the story.
So you get to the end and you're kind of given up caring about the characters. And your brain's just confused and you're just like, okay, get it. Just finish it already. So,
no, you've just been outbid for something.
What am I bidding on? Oh, yeah. Anyway, so enough of waffle.
Yes, Steve says, have you seen Bohemian Rhapsody yet? Yes.
We saw that last week.
Yeah,
that was much, much better.
Absolutely loved that. And Ellen, who really, you know, doesn't know much about Queen at all, came out and she was beaming. It just, her whole face was so lit up and she was, she absolutely loved it. So...
As long as that mold thing who likes coins is in it, I'm happy. Yes.
It is in there. It's got quite a big part.
The Sniffler?
Yeah.
Niffler?
No, Niffler.
Niffler.
The Niffler. He's got quite a big part.
He plays a key role.
He does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, by the title, you may be intrigued to know what the hell
Should we go back and answer the questions we've
talking about? Well, should I just explain what? Because are they to do with what we post? No.
Not at all. Very random.
Right, we'll do a couple of quick questions that came in there.
There was one from Sam, Reselling Polly.
Oh, wow.
A while back. And it does say question beforehand.
We're just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling back.
Oh, here we are. Will you be hitting the sales again in the new year for RA?
Yes.
Yes. A short answer. Yes. We
like one-word answers.
I didn't see any more back from there, but I saw some.
Oh, okay.
Further down.
Jager, hi there, says, I've just started buying and selling from car boots. How do you find the best way to post an item? Would you set as auction or buy it now? And would you offer free shipping or charge? Wow, that's a lot of questions. How would you find the best way to post an item? We go by weight. We have an online Royal Mail account.
Does he mean post an item as in mail it, or does he mean post it on eBay, like list it?
I don't know. Best way to list an item is just, I don't know.
It's different.
That's a whole. Yeah, we've got loads of videos. If you want to find out what we do and how we do things, whether we do buy it now or auction, pretty much buy it now only.
Yeah,
there's loads of videos
some
about
auctions,
that.
But we do mostly buy it now. I did try free shipping for a long time, and didn't make any difference.
No,
so
I do a mix of both.
I do shipping now online. But some people swear by free shipping, some people swear by auctions only, some people swear by a mix of, so it's different for everybody.
That's a whole other video. I've done a couple of videos about buy it now versus auction, which you can find on my channel for the reasons why we choose to do mostly buy it now. Free shipping versus paid shipping. I do both. Andrea does paid on everything. It just, as with most things we're reselling, find out what suits you and your own reasons why and stick with it. And if you work out you don't like it, change.
Yeah, exactly.
Because there's no hard and fast rules. Anyway, question, can you please make me do my tax return?
Do your tax return, Karin.
Get on with it.
Do
all right?
it now.
By the time
after you've watched us, obviously.
No, I'll do it while you're watching. Okay, right. So, hello.
Let's see.
from the title, hopefully that was quite intriguing. We have been contacted by a lovely lady at eBay, or from eBay. She works for eBay Europe, and she is, I can't remember her job title.
But she said she was something in the running the YouTube side of eBay, because they have their own channel and they do a lot of their own marketing. And that sort of thing.
So it's something to do with marketing, and she runs the YouTube side of eBay's like PR branch or whatever. Sorry if we're ruining what your job title is. And her name's Hannah, is that right?
Yes.
Yes. So she contacted us. She's been watching our videos for a while. She's, liking what we do. And she posed the question that maybe we could work together.
Here we are. She's the head of seller marketing. So I was nearly there.
Okay.
Head of seller marketing for eBay Europe.
Yep. So she's all about sellers. She's all about businesses. And she is very much on our side.
I'm going to follow up with.
Go on.
She says, I run the eBay for. I can't speak. Try again. I run the eBay for Business YouTube channels in UK, Germany, France, Italy, and Spain. So,
yeah.
That's more concise than what I was trying to describe.
And she contacted us and said, would we consider working together? And we said, well, we'll have a chat, see what we can come up with. So we spoke to her at length last week.
Yeah.
She's gone away to come up with some ideas from their end. And we said, we will talk to the community that has evolved around us and the other YouTubers and see what people would like to find out from eBay, what questions, what concerns, what topics you would be interested to hear what they've got to say. I have a bunch myself, but I wanted to put it out to you guys and find out what the prime things are, so we can go back to them and say, if you could come on and talk to us, we'd like to talk about this, or we'd like answers about this. So it's quite exciting. Fire away. We will take notes. Maybe we'll watch it back and take notes.
We'll have to watch it back because the
come up with
going so quick.
Yeah, we'll come up with the top 3 or 4 and we'll put it to them. What I'm hoping, I don't know if it's going to pan out like this. I'm hoping that they will get, either it'll be Hannah herself will come on, or a representative from certain departments within eBay will come onto our channel, and we will talk direct with somebody from inside eBay, which would be so cool, because as we said to her, it's they feel very distant, eBay. It feels like they are somewhere else deciding policies that affect our livelihood, and there's very little discord between sellers and eBay. But we are eBay. All of us as sellers are eBay. They don't have stock. They don't actually sell anything. We are eBay, yet we feel disconnected from them. So go on.
No, I was just I was thinking while you were talking, but I wasn't waiting to say something. But yeah, I mean, certain subjects came up while we were talking, like saying that people, we're finding it, I don't know quite how to put it, but we're concerned that eBay are moving more towards big businesses, and how will that affect the smaller businesses like us, and sole traders, etc., etc. So she was happy for us to basically find out what is on everyone's minds, what the key concerns are. So that's what we're going to chat about tonight. So what did we have coming in? What we need to say is it won't be like a Q&A, so you'll get to ask lots of questions, you should answer them all kind of thing. We need some sort of, we'll see what people's concerns are and what your questions are, and take from it sort of the most popular concerns, the most popular questions, and try and theme it around.
Do a video based on one
or two things.
So if you want to find out all about GSP or you have concerns about that, we'll do a video, and hopefully either Hannah will come on and chat with us, or maybe there'll be somebody from within eBay that can come on and answer all the questions. So we just need some concise topics, really. So let's see if anything come in. I don't know how far I've got to scroll back now. What
it is just whizzing.
I think about here. Peter says, here's a question for eBay. Why not make it possible for sellers to filter out buyers who leave more than a certain percentage of bad feedbacks? Interesting. Yep. People talking about doing tax returns. Scotty says there, I'll just read that quickly. Hi, Scotty, Dan. Hi there, I've only recently come across your channel. I think it's great to see how you go about everything. I've started selling bits and pieces now myself on eBay.
That's good.
Fantastic. Hope you're enjoying
it.
Thanks
for joining us and thanks for watching. Neutral Observer says, question for eBay. Will they make equivalent promotions for business sellers as they do private sellers? Yeah, we've had that question.
That's an interesting one.
Amount,
yeah,
honest.
That's a good one. Gary says, what percentage off of your selling fees have you negotiated? We are not being paid. We are not having any kickbacks from this. That's not even been discussed. At the moment, we're just trying to work out if we can have a dialogue with eBay and ourselves and you guys.
I think it's just a way of them bridging the gap, really. And yeah, because she talked a lot about the forums that they have on their site and how negative they are, and she'd like to have a more positive conversation.
Even if it's about negative issues, I think what she wants and what we hope will come out of this. And at this point, by the way, nothing concrete has happened. We're having a dialogue and we don't know where this is going to go. So don't expect something to be happening next week or us to know exactly what it's going to be. But she's keen to have a conversation and we're keen to have a conversation, even if it is about very negative things that are affecting us. Because she is kind of on our side and wants to help. But we want it to be more of a positive conversation, not a, them and us kind of thing. It's not going to be an eBay bashing session, even if that's what you'd like to do. Okay, question for eBay. Oh, we just answered that. I read that. James Moore, dear eBay, please fix mobile friendly. Why isn't this auto completed when listing? I know, that doesn't make sense, does it? I made a little video about that recently, and I asked that very question. If it's a case of they know it's not fixed for mobile, why don't they just automatically do it rather than you going in, having another step, opening another window, clicking fix it for me? Yeah, it's really daft. And lots of people have talked about the eBay app at the moment. It's almost unusable. It's very frustrating. Peter Cummins there says, what a great thing to happen. Do you feel special? It was lovely to be approached, and the fact that she has watched us from afar and liked what we're doing. But I just want to reiterate, we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know if anything may come of this yet. But we said we'd speak to you guys and find out what your concerns are. So that's what we did. Can Hannah turn my account back on, please, says Gary. Well, I'll mention it. And Steve says, why can't sellers leave anything other than positive feedback? Yeah, I mean, we used to be able to, but we can't now. I think that would be a good topic just for one video. Let's say we get somebody on and just had a chat about feedback and the whole feedback system. Because within that, there's going to be a bunch of questions, including that one. I remember back in the day when you could leave negative for a buyer. And I think when they changed it, the reasoning was that people used to hold that, they'd hold the feedback back. So if you got left negative, you'd threaten negative back and that sort of thing. It was, Yeah, I know. Silly. I know. It got really silly, but it is annoying because you can't actually say, No, you can't warn people that a buyer scammed you or whatever. I just noticed it's jumped, but Catchman said that she had something that was too long to type in the chat. So yes, send it to me on Insta. That's fine. Yeah, I'll probably open a post on the Facebook chat group as well, so we can collate some bits. And as I said before, we're going to kind of distill this into 4 or 5 topics that we'll go back and say, well, this is what we want to chat about. And this is what the community want to chat about. How about this? And we'll take it from there. So there's so much coming. Sorry, I'm scrolling back. You are. And I was about to read something out, but it's gone now. Well, look, we haven't read these. Oh, that's Cat's rants there. Yeah. Why is the traffic to our listings throttled and or turned off and on again? We could pose that question, whether we would get an answer, whether Hannah even knows the answer to the blue door, red door conspiracy. Is it? Who knows? It would be interesting to find out, depending on who we... I have to say, the other night, it felt like someone had just switched eBay on. I think it was Thursday night. I was just going ka-ching, ka-ching,
ka-ching, it was like, oh, it's like someone's just switched the switch on and we hadn't had any sales all day. And
Yeah.
it was like ping, ping, ping.
It would be fascinating to see if we got any answer back about that sort of thing, because it feels like that's a big myth and mystery within eBay itself.
Know, it is.
Our account switched on and off. Yeah. Can you ask her why, if I do not make a profit from PMP, eBay still charge me? Says Mags. eBay, please reduce your fees. The fees have more than doubled since your launch in the late 90s. So questions about fees. Can they fix the error when if you bullet point your first lines in the description, it changes font size? So frustrating. There's a few glitches with
Oh yeah, that is
description.
frustrating. You have to go back and highlight and change the font again.
Yeah. Quite often if I cut and paste a line into a description, it shrinks a load of other bits of font, and yeah, it's quite broken. That. Just
on a complete other note, I just suddenly had a notification. I'm quite excited that I'm Celebrity starts tonight. I'd forgotten. I just had a moment of, oh yay, I forgot that was starting tonight.
So people are talking about fees, understandably, because that's obviously where our money goes to eBay, is in the fees. 2012 PL, tell them to. I don't think us telling them to do things is how this is going to work. It's going to be a dialogue, but they say tell them to lower the fees. eBay is losing quite a lot of business to Spock, Depop, Etsy, Mercari, and Facebook, I would say.
Yeah.
So we could certainly, if they're up for talking to us about how they see the competition and where they see their business going in response to the competition, that would be an interesting conversation.
Did you read Dan's comment? Oh,
no, go for it.
Said, I see you selling stuff under £10 quite a lot, actually. I find it a bit of a waste of time and trip effort going to the post office for less than £10 profit. What's your thoughts on this?
We are trying to raise our average selling price. I think last time we checked, it was about £15 average.
Yeah. Well, we've kind of discussed this on our Seller Ladies chat, which is on Shelster Rooney's channel, if you want to go back and have a look at that. That I've lost my thread now because I got excited about promoting that. Well, you made a comment that if it's easy to pack, it's easy to ship it, it's easy to list, especially if you've got one listing, like we've got these Christmas CDs, so it's one listing and you can do multiples on it. And then they are £2.99, but we bought them for 10p
or 3p.
Less than, some of them are 3p, and you just stick it in a jiffy bag and then it goes out with all of our post in one go. So it's it isn't really a waste of time, and it's still a small profit. So
and it's interesting in that sentence, you've decided it's a waste of time and effort for you and your business, so you need to not do that. If it works for us in some form and it forms a part of our business, it clearly works for us in some way, so we will continue to do it. It doesn't mean it's right for you. It's as simple as that.
Everybody's business model is different. I mean, it's like Mel Sparrow's End has found out recently that she's just started out. She's been doing it for a few months now and got to that point where she's realized that she needs to make £10 profit or more on each listing. So everybody's different.
Heather says, congratulations, what a fab opportunity. Well, hopefully it is. And no, I'm going to keep saying this, but we don't know what's going to come out of this. We've literally had a chat with Hannah.
I have to say that when the message came through, when we had that question saying, do you feel special? Not particularly that, but when it came through, we were like, oh, this is good.
Well, it's nice to be noticed that we're doing something that they appreciate.
There was a little bit of a, we felt quite excited by it. So
Kelly, hi Kelly, says, I know we're miles behind in the chat. We're trying to read these out, by the way. I'm going to whiz through a load now. Kelly says, question for eBay, please can we have contact with Ireland, not India, when we call or contact eBay in the first instance? Usually go round in circles with India. Frustrating. It's a very good concern. I think we've all been there. Nick and Andrea, this is Anne, they have eBay open in the US, 3-day conferences, etc. I imagine appearing as guests on YouTubers' channels with a wide reach would be a much better way of reaching sellers. Well, hopefully. And they did talk about a UK
Yeah, they did. It's not
conference
something
thing,
I've heard about,
which we've never heard of or been invited to or whatever. So we might be able to find out a bit more about that, or whether that's something they're going to push a bit more.
Yeah, that'd be good if they did.
Yeah,
that would be
because
really
like
helpful.
I said, all of us sellers, we make up eBay. eBay don't sell anything. That's what you've got to remember. We hold all the stock. We you know what I mean? And the fact that they don't really, it feels like they don't really focus on us.
Yeah, it feels very much that, I think we all feel this way, that they're focusing more on the bigger businesses that sell in bulk and sell higher value items, and the likes of us kind of get forgotten sometimes.
Well, it feels like our voices.
How it feels, but so this would be really good to have that sort of open conversation with them, and
because I think we represent small businesses on eBay.
Yeah.
And it feels like, it may not be the case from their side, and they may, completely refute this, but it feels like our concerns are disregarded a lot of the time. So we'll see. Let's read some more because we're miles behind. Julie says the damn fees are going to come up a lot. Okay, fair enough. I am the legend, which is Ash, says find a way to better protect eBay sellers from scammers. I'm finding I received an empty box, or buyers returning an empty box, is happening a lot more. Yeah, that would be a great topic to find out what's going on within eBay to counteract that, if anything.
Becky Louise says, how do you go about becoming a sole trader legally? Well, you have to register yourself with the HMRC as a sole trader.
Yeah, it's not a complicated process. No. So just go to the HMRC website and have a look around on there.
Yeah.
My question to them would be why they don't have an easily accessible second tier support. I had to quote their own policies to them on occasion. Great topic.
And he says, eBay, thank you for the Zoom photo glitch on desktop laptop. You've saved me a fortune in acid tablets since it was introduced.
Zoom photo glitch.
Oh, what Jerry did next said, I left a question a while ago. If you can answer, please. Can you repost it, please? Because it goes so quick and we struggle to keep up with.
It's difficult to see, and what the chat suddenly jumps, and then we're lost and we don't know where we were, so we may have missed it. Shazad question: final fee credit when items are returned. Have an option to put cost of goods in, so you can easily work out the profit. Better postage discount for top rated sellers. Wow, that's a complex one. Like I say, we'll probably go through this after, because at least they saved the chat, so we could actually go through and work out what the main concerns are.
And then a question for us, Rob says, how do you decide whether to send to FBA or list on eBay? Depends on where we can get more for each item.
It comes down to price, and also if it's an item that's a pain in the neck for me to package and ship out, I'm happy to pay Amazon to do it, even if I get a little bit less.
Yeah, and a little bit of just experience as well. You pick something up knowing that'll be
some things go better on Amazon. Yeah. But I'm merchant fulfilling a lot of stuff. These are more orders going out, again, advent calendars and stuff. So I don't do everything at FBA.
Yeah.
Anne says you should be getting something for doing this. You are a route to their audience. Well, that's not come up yet, and it certainly hasn't been discussed.
No, and it's not. See. We're more interested in having that dialogue, and
Oh, Tom's in. Hey, Tom. Says please tell them how bad the eBay app is for business sellers.
I mentioned that earlier. It's awful.
Yep, that seems to be coming up. What was the exciting news you were going to share at the start, as I missed it?
Oh, well.
This is it. May not be exciting enough.
We've been talking to a lady from eBay who is head of business seller marketing. Is that what it was?
Something like that, yes.
Yeah. And deals with a lot of YouTube marketing as well and that kind of thing.
And we're hopefully going to... Sorry, go on.
No, just talking about working with her to, give us a voice, really, for for eBay, and also for eBay to have a voice through us. So it's not a them and us situation, because sometimes it very much feels that way.
So that's exciting news, that we are hopefully going to have some sort of dialogue with somebody or several people within eBay. And we'll still, if you just joined us, we don't know what form this is going to take, whether it's going to be people coming on to our channel and we will pose questions to them and have a chat, or whether we're going to do something on their channel. We don't know yet.
It's the very early days of having a conversation. We've had one phone conversation with her, and that's it, really.
Yeah. So we're kind of, we said we would find out what the main concerns and topics are, and from that we will work out what we can do and what sort of form this is going to take. South Wales Matt says, can eBay sort out the returns policy, as they always favour the buyer and it's very unfair? That we predicted that sort of thing would be a huge topic. The returns process.
And BCP says a phone number direct to customer services would be nice, instead of faffing about pressing 1, 2 or 3. I know, and sometimes I find I really want to contact and talk to somebody, and then you go through all the things and it says, have we answered your question? No. And then you just back to the beginning again, and it's like, oh, for goodness sake, I just want a number to call somebody and speak to someone. So
I was just reading. Oh, I've lost it. It's not more things about the app. So the app is coming up a lot.
Mobile friendly again.
Rubber Band Squad, eBay, why are we charged final value fees on shipping? I think that was partially to stop. Do you remember back in the old days, people would sell something for 99p and have like £25 shipping on it, because there was no fee on the shipping. It was just a way around. So eBay having the 10% across the board, I think, was their way of stopping people having a super cheap item with massive postage costs. But it would be interesting to hear what their opinions on the reasons why they changed that were. Hey, Heather, never use the app. It is shocking. See, just sharing a sentence like that direct with eBay might make them go, okay.
It used to be all right, but now I just can't use it. I have to do everything on the laptop.
I dread updating my eBay app. I leave it forever, as long as I can, without updating it.
I used to I was sat on the sofa watching a program, whatever, and I'm doing, I'm adjusting listings or I'm relisting on my phone, but I can't do that anymore. I have to actually go and get the laptop and use that. And just
So Richard there is talking about the returns process again, how it now automatically accepts the return and no longer allows you to communicate with the buyer or request photos of damage, fault, etc. That would be an interesting discussion about the reasons why they've implemented certain things, because that's what we don't know. We basically...
Did that just jump? I think it did.
I think it just jumped a big jump. I was going to say, it feels like eBay implement a new thing and we then have to just kind of deal with it. There isn't a discussion that we're aware of with sellers to find out what sellers would like and what would work as a small business, and then they implement that. It's like, we're going to implement this, and then we all go, now we've got to deal with that and the repercussions. And it's the same with Amazon as well. Recently they've been doing the same thing, but this is interesting. I don't know where we were.
No, well, we'll go back to where Shazad asked that question, and you'll be there. It could be a while back.
Oh wow.
There's a lot of questions, obviously.
We've missed out loads here.
We are zooming back quite a long way.
This is the trouble. It's great that you're communicating, but we just cannot keep up.
And obviously we want to read out as many of your questions as we can. So don't know.
Oh my goodness, I'm still scrolling.
Oh, we've even got a super chat from Krillin. Hi, Krillin.
Hey.
He said, what about the concerns of American sellers? Well, I think that's for ebay.com, isn't it? Sorry. I was just
this lady works for eBay Europe. So Yeah,
But yeah, I know, but I don't think we can pose American problems to.
They're probably exactly
Europe.
the same concerns.
I assume they are, but
yeah,
it's
an interesting point. It would be great if eBay.com could, do something similar and have a direct line of contact. With
have
the
we
community.
got back to that question yet?
I don't know.
I don't think we have.
But thanks for the super chat.
Yeah, thank you,
Krillin. Oh my goodness! Look, we haven't read any of these.
No,
Sorry, guys. This is going to take.
There's sad. Oh, there we go. We were back here.
Right. Okay. Let's whiz through some.
Yes.
So, Karen, question for eBay: why can't you put shop on holiday mode? The dispatch times automatically change.
Yeah, that would help.
Simplifying that would be good.
Yeah, because both Carla and Lex have been having issues with that this week.
Yeah. James saying, I think the pricing structure he's looking at with 100% free platforms such as Spock and Gumtree, I believe eBay ought to take the approach of only billing you when you sell something. That's an interesting question to pose. I think something along the lines of the marketplace is changing, whether eBay is aware of it or not, and what are they going to put in place to
so I think they do realise it is changing, and that's why they've implemented so many of their own changes. But
they're not helping.
No, well, not us anyway. The Hills said, question, have you sent more stuff to eBay to sell on your behalf other than those car mats? Oh, do you mean to Hibou?
No, just all of the car mats we sent.
Yeah. And actually, Peter, I saw a question asking if there was any updates on that. And we're still trying to arrange that with
Did
Martin.
you message Martin this week?
I didn't, because I've been so busy this week. I haven't had a chance to do it. But we're still trying, It's like we kind of do, and then it gets cancelled, and then, it's a back and forth thing at the moment.
Heather would love to hear more from eBay on guidance for listing new products, how us little guys can come up against some of these bigger stores. Diane just got here. Maybe ask why are sales so inconsistent?
Yeah, that's the switching on and off business again, isn't it?
Yeah. Wow, there's so much to read.
And then Nadine said, from something I said ages ago, exactly, Andrea, no action for nearly 3 days, and then at the start of the week, and then picked right up again. I know, it's really odd.
Lady Willow there's talking about feedback, which I think would be a great discussion to have, the reasons why they do feedback the way they do. She says, question for eBay, will sellers ever be able to leave neutral negative for buyers? Because you did used to be able to. If you haven't been on eBay for long, you may not realize, but you could. That's how the feedback used to work.
And then a good one from Anne said, can you pass on the message that we love eBay despite its foibles and glitches, and that the questions are posed in that spirit? Yes. And I think that's exactly what our conversation with her was about as well, because we said, obviously we love eBay. We've been on it for 17 years. We enjoy selling on there. So that's how we want this conversation to go, that we're obviously all on there for a reason. And we don't want it to be a negative bashing eBay thing. We just want to have a conversation with them, really, and pose our concerns.
The thing is, posing our concerns as little sellers, small businesses, which primarily is who watches us, because that's what we are. Putting those problems to eBay is hopefully going to help eBay change policies for the better and for their success, because people are leaving eBay at a fast rate.
And here's a reason why, World Events said eBay suspended my account for 2 weeks due to a vacuum cleaner manual that I had listed. I was told the company didn't want their products being sold on eBay, and now constantly worry it was crippling. Just a slap on the wrist to begin with, if you haven't done it once before, would be suffice, you would imagine. A warning or something, not just completely banning you for 2 weeks.
I think that would be a wonderful topic, and that actually came up when we were chatting with Hannah about how harsh some of those things they brought in about sharing your details with someone wanting to come around and try something out, and that whole thing, which I fell foul of, and other people have. And if we were to wangle, why did I say wangle? If we were to set that up as a topic, we could then take a few stories from people and share those and how it affected us, because it sometimes feels that eBay makes a policy and we just deal with it, and it's whether they are actually aware of how much having a week's ban can affect a small business. That would be a great topic.
Totally. And I just read Peter come and said, get her to write down the eBay algorithm. I think it's ever changing, isn't it? It must be. But yeah, I had those thoughts. I was like, can you just explain exactly what you do to us and what we have to do to be successful on eBay?
Yeah.
Can you tell us the secret is what I would like to say to her. Can you just tell us the secret? How do we get our items seen and how do we get lots of sales?
Lee McMullen there saying, key question, why are we being charged for promote listing when the seller update from 2017 clearly states listing upgrade credit, monthly credit to spend on listing upgrades and promote your listings? Look, I'll have to read that back when my brain's working.
It does feel very much like it's just an extra cost, an extra way of getting some money out of us. There was a question just above Lee's, actually.
Oh, was there? Sorry.
Sam said, hi, Nick and Andrea, you guys are doing an amazing job. I have one question regarding the time to notify HMRC about your business. Would that be okay to wait until you make your first sale? I think as soon as you make that decision, start picking up things to sell for a profit, that's when you have to talk to HMRC. I think that's the point. When you decided that you're not just selling your own stuff anymore, you're picking up things you're buying and selling for a purpose to make money and make a profit, then that's the point, isn't it?
Yeah,
really?
Technically that is the point when you are acting like a business.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's that saying? Oh my God, yes, I'm a celeb, says Donna.
Oh no, I'm a celeb, because this is something about so far back.
Oh,
this is when I said,
not Donna's a celeb.
I just suddenly remembered I'm a celebrity who's on tonight.
Okay, let me whiz through. Oh wow, 42 minutes.
Are really far back. Oh, funny.
Oh, Steve's saying he's loving the man bashing on a Friday.
We tried really hard not to man bash.
Have you renamed that chat man bashing session?
No, we were really good this week.
Were you?
Yeah.
Did I not get man bashed?
No.
Hey.
Right, you were very put out the last time.
Well, you made me sound terrible.
Didn't mean to.
I have a question for eBay. This is DBG or Death by Glamour. Why are seller opportunities not available to Irish sellers? For example, no promoted listings, no option to send offers to watchers, no seller hub. It's pushing Irish sellers away. That's an interesting topic.
That's interesting. Although I can't find where to send offers to watchers either. And I haven't really gone into trying that link that Kerry was talking about. So
Sean has a question based around GSP there. I think GSP itself would be a great topic, that all around why do buyers find it so hard to know how much the shipping's going to be, would be one of mine.
Yeah. What
does the buyer in another country see? Do they see my item with the GSP charge if they chose to buy it there? And if that is there, why do I get loads of messages saying, how much will this cost to ship to so-and-so? Anyway.
Yeah, I know. And that's a tricky
There's a whole host of issues around GSP that will be interesting to hear.
Yeah, because quite often that puts people off, because they say, how much is postage to so-and-so? And I say, well, I use GSP, so I don't know because eBay set it, and then they don't buy it.
Yeah. Or if we had access to how much eBay are going to charge for an item, we might then think, wow, that's crazy expensive. It is worth me putting in my own international.
Yeah, exactly. That would be helpful to us as well, wouldn't it?
Unrelated question.
I don't think we'll go down. I read it, and
what's your favourite Christmas song? Oh,
I thought we won't go down that road. We're so far behind, but a good question for another day. What's your favourite Christmas song? I like that.
Right, I know we've had a lot of viewers come in recently. We're on 299 viewers. We're just discussing what are your concerns as an eBay seller, whether you are part-time, whether you are full-time small business, because hopefully we're going to have an ongoing dialogue with eBay, and we're going to collaborate on some videos is the idea. So we're going to kind of act as a go-between between you guys, the community as it were of small business sellers, and eBay, which is quite exciting. So we're just trying to feel out what are the main topics.
Yeah. There was something that I just read, and Daisy May said, I got invited to an eBay conference a few years ago. Was that a UK one? Because that might be what she was talking about.
Guess it was, because Daisy's in the UK, isn't she?
Yeah.
Hey, Lonnie.
Hi,
Says,
Lonnie.
Hi, Nick and Andrea. Dude, that REM t-shirt is rad. Yes, it is.
You've got your thermals on underneath as well.
Lonnie went to see them on the Monster tour.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I never got to see them live. No.
Yeah, you've been out car booting in the freezing cold today, haven't you? And I stayed at home.
Yeah, I was clearing a bunch of dead stock and random stuff. Right, let's read out a bunch more concerns or questions that are coming in. I know we are miles behind. Pete's Retro Collectible says, they used to ring me up and ask if everything was okay. I was doing 200k turnover at the time. Now if I sell 8 things on one listing, I get suspended. But I don't do 200k now. Interesting. eBay cutting out the Chinese fakes would be nice. Yes, that winds me up. That's Graham. Peter says, if resellers are united, we will never be divided. Okay.
eBay, the reselling guy, said, hi, question for Nick on eBay about...
Question for me?
About refunds for buyers. Some items I've received back have been damaged. Will eBay address these problems more efficiently and protect eBay sellers? Okay,
certainly. Yeah, I think there's a whole topic around the returns procedure and where we stand.
They have introduced, you have the option to not send a full refund now. So if you get something back in the condition that you haven't sent it,
you can refuse to receive it back, can't you, essentially?
Yeah, well, you can say I'll have it back, but this isn't the condition I sent it in, so you're not getting your full refund.
And then you have to escalate the case.
And you can partially refund instead, which I think is a good thing. I like that.
Well, we had a case going back at least a year. I don't know if they've changed the system, I think, but we had a pair of shoes sent back.
Oh yeah, we shared about
that. Were the same make, the same size, the same color, but they were a different pair of shoes that were just moldy and disgusting. And I fought that with eBay, and they sided with me because I had to send in pictures and evidence, etc., and sign a legal form of some description, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But they ended up, siding with us and sorted it out. But it was quite long-winded. But at that point, it's basically our word against the buyer. But anyway, sorry, I'm waffling. Elisha, eBay seems to me eBay is attempting too many changes at once. As a giftware seller, I'm not thrilled to learn that using TerraPeak to see what others are charging for things I am listing. Okay. It's driving the eBay to be cheap in not a good way. I sell a lot of unique items that are not found anywhere else. Will eBay shops be made easy to navigate as usual eBay accounts? I find the shops difficult to navigate, says Neutral Observer. It's an interesting one. Sorry, we're now reading stuff.
And then the reselling guy said, I've forgotten to say why doesn't eBay stop taking money from postage when items are sold? Yeah,
that would be a good topic.
Earlier, so that is
the reasons why that's in place. Okay, well, this is interesting. I think a lot of the
James
topics
Moore says, why as a private seller via the phone app can I promote my items, but via the base unit PC version I cannot? I find the opposite. I can do promote listings on desktop, but not on my phone.
I can do it on desktop. I've not tried on the phone.
Yeah, I don't have the option on my phone.
I find that the promote your listings is built into the listing page within desktop.
Yeah, it's at the bottom for me.
Yeah, you just tick a box and then you up or down the percentage. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay. Yeah, LJ is saying about what the question Reselling Guy posed, because sellers will bump up the postage and the item price down to save money. That's why I think they changed it in the first place, because eBay is full of 99p items with 20-odd pound postage to save on fees. But they have introduced maximum postage on certain items, like within media, for example. I think it's like £3.50 max or whatever. Within books, I think it's like £9 something max. So they tried to implement that. That would be an interesting conversation.
Definitely.
Vicky, it would be nice to have a simpler fee structure. I would like to know the profit when I list. That is how it works on Poshmark.
Yeah, I think Amazon do something like that, don't they, as well, where you can see.
They have a fee finder.
What your breakdown is.
Yeah.
Karen says, question for eBay. Oh no, I think we've read that one actually.
Did we?
Did we? Why can't they extend shipping times in? Yeah.
How did we read that one and then go back? Maybe it jumped.
Maybe she posted it again because we weren't reading it. Glass Hammer says, product and sub-product categories. I sell mostly glass, ceramics, and porcelain. The sub-listing categories on ebay.co.uk and ebay.com are different and are not matched in any way. Oh, I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Yeah, that sounds like a mess.
Hi, Sonia. She says, hello, Nick and Andrea. Love your videos, and this is the first time I'm watching you live. Well, thanks for commenting. And thanks
Welcome,
for watching.
Sonia. If you are just joining us, I know a bunch of people went and then a load of new ones came in. We're now at 306 live viewers. We're just kind of trying to gauge what you would ask eBay, what your concerns are as a seller on eBay, because we are hopefully going to have an ongoing dialogue with eBay. And we're going to collaborate with them through either our channel or the official eBay channel or both. So we're just finding out what people's concerns are. We kind of predicted some of them, but it's interesting what people are mentioning. Sorry, there's so much to read.
What Jerry did next said, I'm selling more items now. I'm thinking of starting my own shop now. When should you open one? And when you do, can I move things I have listed now into the categories like toys, Christmas, etc.?
I would say open a shop when it makes financial sense for you. If you work out what your fees are and then the savings with the discounts of a shop, you should be able to work out the sort of tipping point when it becomes financially, when it makes sense. And then when you open a shop,
you should be able to then sort it into categories.
Set up your categories and set it up.
It also gives you the option to choose eBay categories so that it would just automatically go into eBay categories rather than setting up your own, which is what we do.
Question for eBay. So Joan wants to talk about buyers scamming and asking for items to be sent to alternate addresses.
Oh, yeah, that's a weird one, isn't it? Because you feel you have to send it to the alternate address. But then you wonder,
are you covered?
Are you covered?
Yeah, because PayPal say send to the PayPal address, and that's annoying.
Maybe that will change when they move away from PayPal.
Oh, that would be a good topic. Whether they're allowed to talk about all of that yet, I don't know. What's going to happen with the with the whole PayPal thing. Adrian, hi, that's Mr. Diggs. How are you? Question, can you ask eBay if they feel they do enough for small business sellers, as eBay gives the impression that only big business sellers matter more? That we posed that when we had the phone conversation, and I think she found that quite interesting, that's how we feel as small businesses. So that could be a topic in itself. and it would be really interesting to find out what is going on within eBay to counteract that, or even if they're aware that we feel a bit overlooked as small businesses.
I would just like to say that we have 305 viewers, and so hello everybody out there who's watching, and thank you for tuning in.
Yes, and if you've messaged us, sorry if we haven't read it out. We're struggling to keep up. Oh, it's just jumped. I have no idea where we were now.
I don't know. We weren't too far back because there's.
Oh, that's Adrian. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Steve's gone, so I could say goodbye, but he's probably already gone.
Surely they know if a seller's P&P is unreasonable, charge them, not sellers who are not making profit from it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And George says again about GSP returns. They're not.
Yeah, GSP.
Don't make it easy.
I have a host of questions about GSP, and we've seen a few tonight. I think that would make a wonderful video if we can speak to somebody within eBay, because I think they're learning as they go. This is something they implemented a year or so back, a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And you can tell that it's something they are finding out what works and what doesn't. So perhaps we could help them to shape how GSP works, because it's flawed. It's quite badly flawed. It's a great system and it's helped our business and many others, but it has flaws.
Yeah. James Martin says, but it's jumped. It might have been retracted, actually. I think it was retracted, so I won't read it now because I can't see it.
Oh, we were there. Hold on.
Yeah, I think it's retracted it.
Oh, somebody there, Retro Cable Connectors, mentioned Argos, click and collect. People have a lot of concerns over that. That would be an interesting conversation to have. Seems to be some staff at Argos are still not trained to recognise click and collect parcels. They just refuse to accept them. Waste of seller postage. eBay should have fixed this. That's interesting.
Come across that one. We've come across people not picking them up.
Yeah, I like the click and collect with Argos. We get a lot of business from that, particularly at this time of year. And we've only ever had, in all the years we've used that, I think 2 times the seller didn't go and collect it. So we had it returned. Okay. Wow, there's so much. Whoa, where's it gone?
I think we're nearly at the end now, actually.
Are we?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Shazad says you're not covered if you post to a different address.
No, exactly.
Just cancel the order and ask them to repurchase with the correct address.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's just a faff, isn't it? And then you worry that you might lose the sale.
Question for eBay. This is Libel. Can they please stop spamming my inbox with suggestions to similar items for sale? Only because I look at one specific item out of interest really gets on my nerves.
You could probably sort that out within eBay, can't
you? Within
your notifications.
Preferences.
Preferences, that's the word.
You may be able to solve that one yourself if you have a look around, but it's not always easy to navigate within eBay to find out how to turn things on and off. Graham has something there. Ask eBay if they can apply the rules across the board. Big sellers get away with no photos of coming soon in photos, which would not be tolerated for a small business like me.
Oh, I didn't know they got away with that.
That's a good point. Oh, it's just jumped. Oh man.
Oh, there we are. We're not too far behind now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we were there.
Yeah.
Shazab was saying it's not Argos click and collect, it's newsagents that have joined the click and collect scheme. Yes, someone else was talking about that.
Right.
I've not had to ship one out to a newsagent yet. So people aren't understanding how it works and they're not accepting the packages. Oh, that's ridiculous. You'd think if they've signed up to the scheme, they'd tell their staff to accept eBay packages, wouldn't you?
You'd think so.
Will you take less? Question for eBay. Can Shuttle take the parcel fee straight away rather than wait a while? Would prefer to take out straight out of PayPal on each sale. Yep, good one.
Is second class safe to use? Well, we use it all the time, so yes, I think.
Yep. So many scammers through eBay on the buying side. No wonder people prefer Amazon as a resale platform, says Welsh Wonders. So just putting across.
But you get that on Amazon as well. I mean, just,
Yeah.
you know, we don't see it as much because they automate it, but the amount of people that send stuff back and you get it back in the right state, or they claim it's damaged and they get their money back and we never see it again, kind of thing.
Yeah. Thanks, moderators, by the way, spanners, for dealing with whatever's going on in there. Some idiots. Okay. Right. I think we're going to wrap this one up because we've been on an hour.
But yeah, some really interesting points and definitely a lot of similar questions as well. So
yeah,
a lot of GSP, a lot of the app issues, and
feedback was coming up a lot. I think a general feeling that smaller businesses aren't taken notice of, and it feels like eBay is leaning towards the larger business. We put that straight to her, didn't we? How we feel as a small business. But I think we can easily go back with 4 or 5 topics from that, and see if we can have a conversation.
Yes.
I'll repeat, we don't know how this is going to happen or when this is going to happen. We are having a conversation.
No, but we will update you as it goes.
Hopefully something will happen soon. I would love it if somebody would come onto our channel and we will just pose some questions or have a discussion.
Yeah, that would work well, but they may not want to do it that way. So.
Whether they're going to be happy to do it live in this format and have you guys ask questions live, I don't know. That would be great because you could have a direct conversation yourselves and they could take questions on a specific topic. We shall see. Hopefully we're going to speak to Hannah next week.
I think so. She's away for a while, wasn't she?
So we'll let you know. Wow.
Well, thank you for joining us and thanks for all the questions and input. It's been good tonight.
Joan says there, bye folks, good to know I'm not the only one with problems. We all share most of these issues.
I think we do,
which is the cool thing, that if we can get a dialogue going, we may be able to get some answers or at least feel that we're having a conversation, which is something.
And Kelly made that point earlier, that just the fact that they want to have a conversation with us is a really positive thing.
And we said exactly the same thing to Hannah on the phone. That, you know, it's great that they're at least reaching out, or she is, and hopefully she's going to get the support from eBay to make this happen. It's really good. So thank you so much for watching. We still have just under 300 people in, so well done for surviving this long. I hope it wasn't too dull and we got to read out some of your comments. So Chat's back on your channel on Tuesday. Yes, and we have a topic which was suggested by Pete or somebody in one of Pete's live chats. It's going to be about how much you value your time. Yes. How much your time is worth. Which I think is a really good topic. So join us on Tuesday, 6 o'clock. I think it's back on my channel. And I just want to say the Seller Ladies live chat is on our channel as well. And it's on Friday at 1 o'clock. So if anyone fancies joining us for that, then we haven't got a topic yet though. So I need to put a post in the chat. So you're hosting. How do you feel about that? Terrified. Absolutely terrified. Totally bricking it. Which is mad. You've done how many of these have you done? But you kind of, you know, lead it and I just sit here and chat. You know. What's the worst that can happen? I look like an idiot. But you know, I am, so so there you go. There you go. So yeah, join us Tuesday if you can for the chat. And then as Andrea says, you're hosting Seller Ladies chat Friday at 1 o'clock. Man bashing session. It is Friday, a man bash. Friday 1 o'clock. Thanks for joining us. We'll keep you up to date if we hear anything back from Hannah as to when and if this is all going to happen. Duffer Cat just said, where was it last week? It's on Shelster Rooney's YouTube channel. So yeah, head over there and have a watch. Yep. Thanks guys. Have a great evening and we'll see you soon. And Furby video is on its way. Just leave you with that. It's isn't it gonna be good? I know you don't want to. The intro is funny, but I don't want to know the rest of it. There you go. Thanks, guys. Take care. Have a good week, everyone. Bye. Bye.